I feel like marching on that one. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a drum major on that one. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy headquarters in America's team? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan. I said the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo news. M-O news that you can use. And here we are, Monday night mic'd up. I ain't playing with y'all. We got football. We are back. For whatever reason, we have been trying to do these fillers along with the other panelists that come on Wednesday night, and then me doing this on Mondays and Saturday night. We've been coming with fillers during the off season, and it's been rough. But because we are Cowboy fans, and because I'm the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, we go ahead and do our research. We got to go out there and dig and find some stuff to talk about. You shake it out, turn it upside down, and find some news. And that's what we do. And I have to say, the Cowboy Huddle has done very, very well with the bringing you news that you can use. And here we are on Monday night. And I'm not going to be here long before you. But, yeah, where we are. And look who we got in the house tonight. All right. Cowboy Babe, Deuce. Hello, Cowboy Babe. Let's give it up for Cowboy Babe because she is a diehard. And there go our guy. Our guy also is in the house. Hey, release. He said, "Let's go. Let's get it." That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get right on into this. But before I start, I always, I'm just that's where I was raised. My mama raised me like that. I always give thanks for those that always help you. So at this time, I have to say thank you to all those basically that are subscribers to this channel and all those that follow this channel, along with those our social media groups. And we want to give a big thanks to Dallas Cowboys on Decks, Cowboys Fan 365, We Them Boys, Dallas Cowboys Insider. So these are our social media groups that politely and generosity share our content in their group. So let's give it up for them. All right, Cowboy Babe says, what she said? She said, man, I know it's only preseason, but the Cowboys didn't look good. Girl, honey, we finna talk about it. We finna talk about all that. We finna get into it. So just stick around. And yeah, we finna get into this. Let me get back over here and let's pause this for the cause. And yeah, we finna get into all that. And yeah, like I say, thank you for all you guys and women that has supported this channel and helped me get to where I am today. Because I remember I had a camera using my phone that it wouldn't adjust. It would if you guys go back far enough, you'll see some of, oh my gosh, I'm like, that is like some old school technology that I was using back then. Just stroll back about 4 years ago and you will see I had the background was, oh my gosh, and I had like five followers. They weren't even subscribers, they was followers, but but here we are. We got one. I think we got about 1,100 subscribers now. So man, it's been a long time coming. So here we are. I'm so elated to be where we are right now today. So I want to get into something real quick, guys, because yeah, and like Cowboy Babe said, she wasn't pleased. She wasn't pleased with everything that went on. But first of all, we got to talk about the situation. Yeah. Come on, moderator. Where you at? Okay. 2 major rookie injuries. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure y'all saw it. So it's been reported that the Cowboys received the news they feared today twice over. A torn left ACL for linebacker DeMarvion Overshown and a torn left ACL for tight end John Stevens. Yeah. 2 people familiar with MRIs said both rookies turned heads in camp, showing real potentials, now out for the year, according to Michael Gelkins. Said it's a brutal blow for the boys. Wasn't expecting Overshown to show out his first year in the league the way he did in training camp and preseason. Horrible news. for both of them, one fan said on social media. And it is horrible news. We can say that, yeah, we can say that uh Overshown was doing something that Michael Parson was doing. Yeah, he was making strides. He was making his presence known. We saw that 4th down and 1 stop that he made. We saw him flying sideline to sideline. We saw him, just making tackles. And it was just unfortunate that we saw him twist his knee. And, I'm going to say something. This turf is not worth that. It's pretty and it's low maintenance, but it's trash. That's right. I said it. It's trash. This turf is the main cause of knee injuries and shoulder injuries. I promise you. I mean, it's not grass. It has no give like grass. Grass have give. You stick your feet in and your feet slide and things like that. But again, this is the new technology. This is the new uh, evolution of football, where you can't touch the quarterback and you can't put your hands on the receiver. So that's where we are. But yeah, that's with that being said, yeah, DeMarvion Overshown, he's going to be out for the rest of the season along with John Stevens Jr. Now, Stevens Jr. was one that we had talked about on the last video about how we was trying to see who should be that third tight end, Peyton Hendershot, John Stevens, and which we know John Stevens was the one that basically uh, made the touchdown pass in the last game against the Jaguars. So he turned heads, but unfortunately ACL. And that was something to see, when people were saying, well, he got up and walked on his own. Well, my son did the same thing. He tore his with the Cowboys, his first preseason game. So, yeah, and he walked off the field and everything. But, yeah, just because you walked on, that doesn't mean you can cut, you can jump and spin and all that stuff. So it's unfortunate that these two kids have to experience that. It's going to be a long journey. I'm sure I know we have the best surgeon in the country that's going to definitely take care of them. But it's going to be a long journey. Uh, I'm pretty sure right now they're really, really frustrated. They're really down on themselves. So, uh, Demarvian, and John, if you guys are watching this video, man, listen, don't sit there and just wallow in your injury. You got to fight. Okay? We're expecting you guys to fight and get your butt back on the field come next season. It's not going to be easy, but it's all about how bad you want it. So the Cowboy Huddle, we're pulling for you. Yeah, we're pulling for you. Let's see here. We got here. Yeah. OG Cowboy. What do you say? Get those likes up. Come on now. I know that's right. Help us out, OG Cowboy. Tell them to get them likes up. Also, I got this. I'm gonna put this link here in the comments again. So I'm trying to see who's bold enough to come on here and talk Cowboy Talk with me tonight. So I'm gonna get through these little old formalities right here, and then once I do that, we're gonna start bringing folks on. So let's see who's bold enough to come and make their debut tonight on the Cowboy Huddle. Again, remember, this is the viewers live stream. It's not mine. It's for you guys. So if you want to come on, you come on whenever you want to get on. I got somebody already in the green room already. I'll be bringing him on here shortly. I'm going to go through here real quick, and we're going to keep it moving. So, yeah, that's where we are with that. The two major rookie injuries. We got that. So when we go from one rookie, we talk about another rookie. Oh boy, I tell you, these folks are just, and I talked about this, and we had a big discussion about Mozzie Smith. And Mozzie is getting some hell of a playing time. He's playing from first quarter to fourth quarter. And and people probably wondering why he's playing 4 quarters. He's not looking good. And this is what's being said right now. It's just being reported. While other young guys sat, Cowboys rookie defensive tackle Mozzie Smith played well into the fourth quarter. And to critics, his work left much to be desired. against a solid, keyword, solid Seahawks offensive line. Smith failed to register a tackle in the stat sheets on Saturday. Wait a minute. See, that's what I got for those that sit up there and talk about this rookie. Again, I have mentioned this. The game is not the same from college to the professional. This is a total different game. This is a total different game. And Mozzie is learning. This is the reason he's playing 4 quarters. This was the reason, and the people was probably saying, well, why was Overshawn playing as much as he was? Because they were trying to get these guys game ready, because they are expecting these guys to contribute this season. Well, this is what they're doing, Mozzie. And people keep saying, well, he failed to register a sack. Yes, he did, but we got to understand Mozzie's responsibilities, people. And if you're not really certain of what his job is, I'm going to explain it to you. Week 1, we played against, I'm not going to stay on this long because we got a lot to go through. Week 1, we played against Jacksonville. And that was the game that we saw our linebackers. I mean, they were having a heyday. They was making all the tackles. Well, here's the question. How is it that the linebackers were able to make so many tackles? Well, that's because people like Mozzie and Osa and Gallimore and Hankins and Bohanna, these guys are drawing double teams. What this does, if you got a guy like Mozzie that's drawing a double team, that means he's keeping his linebacker behind him free to have free range to fill those gaps and make tackles. Okay. So yeah, we did see some bad technique on Mozzie. He got turned several times. But again, people, we got to understand that he's learning the game, and it's trial by error, and that's what he's doing. So let's just be patient. But again, not that he had got any sacks. Now we're not looking for the sacks. We're gonna leave that for the blitzing linebacker, the edge rusher. We're gonna leave that for him. Our job is we got to stop folks from gashing us for 200 yards up the middle. So I know it looks pretty for the receivers and the cornerbacks and the quarterbacks and the running backs, but the game starts in the trenches, okay? So that's where it starts, in the trenches. So this is what he's doing. He's drawing a double team. He won't probably get many sacks, but as long as he can keep 2 guys occupied, that frees up our linebacker. So, yeah. So, we got Mozzie has critics, but again, I said this when he came into the league that, not everybody comes in like Michael Parsons. But this is a learning curve for him, but he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. So I'm not worried about Mozzie, because Mozzie's gonna get better with each rep, and that's what they're doing. So that's where we are. So for other news, let's get on to Cavante. Cavante looks good. Well, why wouldn't he look good? I know we're used to seeing him on special teams, but hey, Cavante did pretty good. I was really impressed with Cavante. He actually came off the line in the slot, broke off the defender and created separation. And he basically was a third down, and who was it? Cooper Rush was able to hit him for a first down. So yeah, that's going to be an addition to our receiving core with Cavante Turpin. So he definitely looked really, really good. So I'm not surprised. I'm impressed, if anything, to see Cavante. We know he did fumble, but it is what it is. I mean, he bounced back. All right, so we'll keep on going. Let's get on down here and let's bring in our guy. He's down here waiting in. Like I said, I got the link in here. Anybody bold enough to come on the Cowboy Huddle? Let's see you tonight. Come on in. And I forgot to say it again. My moderator didn't put in the private chat, but I got to do this, y'all. Watch this. Hold on. And now, let's get ready to huddle. All right. Okay. So here we are, man. Let's bring our guy in, old Pro Cowboy, Mr. P. Let him come on in and hang out with us. He's at the door. Hello.
What's up, G? What's up?
All right. Let's give it up for Pro Cowboy.
Man, you're always
All
adding
right.
some new. You're always adding some new stuff in there, man. It's always fun, man.
I'm trying to keep it fun, man. You know me. I got all these gadgets. I'm still trying to learn. So, and then we got to give it to Andreas. Andreas gave us that title. So I like it. So we've been on it. But see, this now look, family. You see Pro Cowboy Pete. Pete is not scared to come on. Pete gonna come on. He say, "Hey, I don't got no problem coming on, hanging out with G, the number one Cowboy fan." But I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on Cowboy Babes. I'm still waiting on Larry G. But then again, I
Yeah.
know maybe it's not everybody's forte. Some of y'all just like to listen to us. You're not forced. Only if you would like to. You're more than welcome to come on. So, but what's going on? What's going on, Pro Cowboy?
No, man, just had some extra time tonight. Again, just jump on with you.
Yeah,
Man, Wednesday night once again, y'all did y'all's things. Armando, Chris, allow me to butt in. Always doing y'all's things. Always got good stuff.
appreciate you,
So
man. Appreciate you. That's all we do. I mean, we're just a bunch of fanatics, man, that talk about our Cowboys, and I'm sure you one of them as well. And I think everybody that's on here is a fanatic of the Cowboys. And we get bowdy about our Cowboys. So don't start none, won't be none.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, so we just talking a few minutes ago, man, about the devastating news about the injuries, the two torn ACLs on two of our rookies, man. That's devastating. How you feel about that?
Yeah, man, it's tough. We just talked about it last Monday, man. How man, like these guys, I felt like they were probably going to keep four tight ends. Stevens was going to be the fourth one, and it was going
Man,
to and then the linebacker, man, the kid, we what he showed his athletic ability, sideline to sideline. You said filling in that fourth and one gap.
mm,
It's just it's devastating, but man, it's like okay, well, they can use this as a red shirt year. Let's learn, be on the sidelines, learn more, and come
yeah,
back better than ever next year. They like they can be even better than what we saw, just that little window what we saw. So
yeah. Yeah. And buy him an extra year for sure, man. It's
yeah,
just unfortunate, man, that we had to
yeah, it
see that,
is.
man.
Yeah,
That turf sucks. I hate turf.
yeah,
Yeah, it sucks. And people don't realize. I mean, it's a low maintenance and it's real simple and it's pretty, but man,
yeah.
it causes major injuries, man, and no one
We
has come with
see it year
nothing.
in and year out all the time, man.
Yeah, Larry G said overshown ACI for the season. Yeah. Well,
Yep,
get soon. Yeah, get soon, brother.
yeah,
Yeah, get well soon, brother. You're so right,
yep.
Larry G. Man, like I say, if they are watching this video again, they do not sit around and sob about where you are. Just you got to get back up. You got to get the rehab. You got to get through the surgery. Got to get back on the field. It's all about how bad you want it. Again, I witnessed this. My son went through the same thing, and I had to push him. And he was sitting up in his room with the curtains closed. And I'm like, dude, what are you? This is when they were still at Valley Ranch. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Open these curtains because that's just how hard it hits them. So,
Yeah.
but we're definitely wishing the best for these guys. So, and also about Mozzie, man. How you feeling about Mozzie, man? What do you think?
Uh, Mozzie, like you said, we saw some good things. We saw some stuff where he needs work, but it's not. I'm not looking like you said. We're not going to see stats from Mozzie. You're not going to see it show up on the stats. It's not going to look pretty. Uh, but there's going to be stuff like you said. If you know how to watch the game within the game, you're going to see stuff show up,
That's
and
right.
that's the thing. That's the thing where you gotta where people gotta understand. Like you know, I mean, you go back to remember when we drafted Zach Martin, Travis Frederick.
Oh
Everybody's like,
yeah,
oh, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's not a sexy pick, right? But man, look at those
We-
guys, what they
yeah.
did,
It
right?
opened running
So
lanes.
and Dan Quinn, I just feel like he's getting him ready. That's why he's playing him so much. Like you said,
Yeah,
it's not an easy transition for everybody. Some guys you see come make it look easy. Some guys need the time.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing with that's exactly what Dan Quinn. See, this is what professional, experienced caliber coaches do. They know the game. They know what they're doing. So Dan Quinn is doing this for a reason, a purpose. He's trying to get him game ready because they expect him to play the first season. Same thing with Overshown. We're getting him because Pro Cowboy. I said to myself, I was like, dang man, it's like, why did they play overshown. They should have let Devin Harper them. But again, they was trying to get him game ready. So when they run right into the season, his wind is right. He's able to go those 4 quarters or whatever. So I understand. I was a little upset at first, but I understand what they were doing. So it's just unfortunate this happened, man. And so
We
yeah,
even we even saw Damone Clark play well into late in the game. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's a second year player that
yeah, yeah. And
played
he
most of
needs it.
half the season. So
He needs it because we didn't get a chance to go through training camp last year. So
yeah.
again, man, I trust these coaches, man. I see what they're doing, and we're gonna get a little bit more deep because that's exactly what I titled this live stream, Coach Mike McCarthy's coaching tactics, and we're gonna talk about that here in a minute. But let's get on right into these stats, man, and let's just see what's going on. And Amari, you can take that down real quick for me if you don't mind, because it's gonna probably be in our way. So here we are, my man. So whew. well, we know the score was 22-14. I can care less about the score more than I am about the production. And when I look at Will Greer, 13 of 18, 436 yards, 1 interception, 3 sacks. Not good.
No.
And that has a lot to do with a lot of everything as far as Will Greer and the O line. So we'll get into that in a minute as well. Cooper Rush was 9 of 14 for 96 yards, had 1 touchdown. We had a total of 199 yards. We was 4 sacks for 33 yards. Let's go to Rush. And Rico Dowdle had eight for 38. Man, I was really impressed with Rico Dowdle. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Zeke when I was watching him a little bit there, Pete. I don't know.
He,
I was
he
kind of
looked
impressed.
he looked good. Even like last week, the first game, he looked good. He had the one fumble at the one, but he looked more explosive, uh, picking up blitzes. He looked good doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I remember last year, we're sitting here on one of these lives. Armando mentioned it, and Armando was like, he was in love with Rico,
Yeah.
but then he got hurt, and
Yeah.
that's what opened the door for Malik Davis. Uh, so yeah, it looks like right now, if you ask me, it's Rico's in front of Malik for that spot. So
Yeah, well, it was close now. You got to look at Malik. Malik had 8 for 32. His
yeah,
longest was the 18 yards, and then Deuce Vaughn came in with 5 for 14 with a touchdown. And that Deuce Vaughn, hey, whatever you do, don't count him out. So he's steady performing, man. So,
yep.
But also Hunter Luke, it's look like it's gonna take him a little time, man, to kind of catch on to to what's going on. But he's one that we drafted as well. But I'm still excited to have him on the team as well. Here we are. The guy that's actually pulling away from the rest of the receivers out there, Jalen Tobin. Jalen Tobin had 4 receptions for 66 yards,
Look,
6 targets. Huh, not
yep,
bad.
not
And then
bad.
we had Ontario Drummond, 2 for 42. Dennis Houston, he had 1 for 22. Luke Schoolmaker had 2 for 22 with 2 targets, so he caught both of his. Jalen Moreno Cropper had one for 19, and Cavante Turpin had 2 for 17. Let's see, Jalen Brooks, he had 1 for 8, which that's who I was kind of watching, watching Jalen
Mm.
Brooks, see if he's gonna bounce back from the week before. What were you gonna say?
No, no, go ahead. I was
Okay, and then we go on down here to the rest. Look, Simi Fahoko, brother, you better get your act together because it's not looking good.
no,
It's not
no, it's
looking.
not.
Oh
No,
my
it's not.
gosh. So that's where we are, man, as far as on the stats, man. Again, this is evaluation period. But with that being said, Pete, you know, Seattle ran with their starting ones on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? So they ran with the starters on the offense and the defense. So, and I'm like, man, the last 2 games we done played, these teams are playing their starters. And Mike continues to set out our starters. So how are you feeling about Mike continuing to continue? to sit our starters? Are you all right? Hey, you guys in the comments, what do y'all think about this? We want to see y'all comments about what everybody think about Mike continuing to sit our starters? Is it a good deal or a bad deal? I mean, what do you think? What do you think, Pete?
I mean, like we talked last week, I trust Mike. He has the, looks like he has the full control of this team this year, and this is what he's been known for. He's done this in the past, um, and we just saw it this weekend with the two injuries. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's a smart move, right? You
Right.
just you Tyron doesn't usually play a whole season for us. Are you going to stick him out there in a meaningless game and try to get him, like, if he gets hurt right early again?
Mm-hmm.
Dak, the last couple of years, he's missed some games. Uh, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to judge him on sitting the guys, and I'm okay with it. I
Yeah.
think you might see a slow start coming out to the season, but it's a long season, and I look at it in
It's a long
quarters.
season.
Like, I look at it in quarters. The first four games, you see how we do. November, December, you kind of start seeing your team where they're at usually around that time. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, out there in East Texas, man, we have a lot of land. We have folks that come out there that hunt hogs. And on the back of those trucks, man, they have those old pit bulls back there, man. And they be on that back of that bed of that truck, and all they have to do is be given the word and they take off. They take off. And I've seen it. And this is what Mike McCarthy got the team
Yeah.
in the bed of
Yeah.
the truck, and he won't
Yeah.
let them out. And they
Yeah.
see all these wild hogs. There's a great analogy in there.
Yeah. Great analogy. Yeah. And
And he have them all in the bed of this truck. He won't let down
yeah.
the tailgate to let them get off. And that's why they're chomping at the bits. They fighting each other. And
And these guys want to play. These guys want to play. It. You can see it. And
they about to go crazy, man.
yeah.
They are
Yeah.
about to go crazy. Can you imagine you sit on that sideline, all this going on? But you know what that is? That's one of these things here.
Yeah.
They're messing with their mind. They want you. We want you to build all this up. So when the light turn green, we want you going 100 miles an hour, basically. So what do y'all think? Everybody that's out of here, what do y'all think? Is it okay that do y'all trust Mike McCarthy as far as sitting the starters, or do you think that the starters should get some play time or a series? I'm a little bit. I mean, I understand everybody, but I want to see Dak at least get one series, but I'm okay with it because I trust Mike McCarthy and his experience with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. And then our quarterback coach basically was a backup to Aaron Rodgers. So I guess this is their system. This is what we do. So just Dak, you just make sure you know the plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come
That's
game
it.
time,
You
you
just
just make
know.
sure you know the plays.
Now,
But
one thing I would have loved to see was Deuce run with the twos a little bit early on in the game. I would have liked to see that a little bit more. But now there's already talks of him and Tolbert not playing the last game because they've done so well, and they want to hold them back out in the last
oh well,
preseason.
yeah, we got to get ready for this cut now.
Yeah.
We
So
got to get ready for the cut. So you got a 6th rounder, which we know the reason he was a 6th rounder, but he might not even suit up this next game.
yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a heart of a champion, man. So Deuce Vaughn is the prime example, regardless what they say or what they say you can't do. All you have to do is put your heart to it. And not only that, I look at Shakari Richardson. She just won this championship 100 meters, where she's been getting beat by Fraser Price and the other lady. And she come back and man, she won the whole thing. So and they continue to bash her and say what she couldn't do, but she actually pulled it off. So it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he looks pretty damn good in two
Oh
games.
my gosh, that he did. So, and with that being said, I got a video. Let's see. Let's get to this video.
Pull it.
Let's
Let's
get
see
to
it.
the video. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's try. Let's see. Uh, see if I can find it. I'm right here. All right, here we go. Check it out. Here we go. Let's check it out. I got it right here. Oh man, this is beautiful.
in this stadium right here. Great cut by Deuce Vaughn, and this is
This
what you
guy
want to do.
here, man.
A defender one-on-one. He had two defenders. Spent out of trouble. He has a low center of gravity. Deuce in this stadium
Couldn't
right here.
find him.
Great cut
Look
by
at
Deuce
58.
Vaughn, and
He's
this is
late.
what you want to do when you
32,
have a
he's late.
defender
Oh,
one-on-one.
number
He
8,
had
he's
two
late. Oh,
defenders.
36 got turned
Spent
around.
out of trouble. He has a low center of gravity.
What the what?
That's a
22
big
just
reason.
looking around.
Deuce in this
Look at
stadium
this,
right here. Great cut
Good
by
block.
Deuce Vaughn, and this is what you want to do when you have a defender one-on-one.
Bro,
He
that
had
is
two
beautiful.
defenders. Spent out of trouble. He has a low center of
Beautiful.
gravity.
Beautiful.
Man, wow.
This is the guy, man. This is the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he continues to impress, man. And
Yep.
dude, I'm impressed. But you know what? And this is something that I have to say. Rue, allow me to buddy in sports. Rue had mentioned, say, yeah, man, he can play with him. I'm like, well, okay, we'll see. And
No,
like I said,
yeah.
yeah. And Rue said, man, I watched this guy. And true
Yeah.
enough, this guy, I'm a believer. I believe he can play. Now, what package will he be in? We don't know. But I'm sure he will be on the field. So yeah, so that's where we are, man, with Deuce Vaughn. But now it's down to cut nuts time. Now next week is all about somebody getting cut. So with that being said, I want to do this here. Watch this. I want to do this. Let's talk about this here. Bring it up, moderator. Where you at, moderator? I gotta bring it. It's time to talk about. Let me get it. The good versus the bad. I'm all over the place tonight, Pete.
You're on a roll tonight, D. You're on a roll.
So, man, let's talk about what do you want to get to? You want to get to the good first? You want to get to the bad first? What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind? How you feeling right now?
Let's talk. Let's go with the good.
All right, what did you say?
And the good is I see two running backs behind Pollard that can contribute right away. I saw a wide receiver just continue with his confidence grow and just keep on rolling and just kept it rolling.
Is that Jalen Tolbert?
Jalen Tolbert. I just see the confidence in the kid.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, I don't know if you caught this, they didn't even play Ferguson.
Nope.
So
well, we know who the number one guy is.
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I saw good all over the offense. The offensive line, the kid from North Carolina, the 5th-round pick,
Yeah,
started
awesome.
at left tackle.
Awesome, Richard.
I liked him what I saw. So a lot of good to go around. My main one was the running backs. Is Rico and Deuce behind Pollard. We've all been watching this and
yeah,
we all agree, right? Pollard's not going to be that 25, 30 carry guy.
Right.
So who's going to take that load off? Right now, you can use all three of these guys.
Well, and you're so true. And like we say, this is the reason that these owners are being tough about paying these running backs now. Man, they're running by committee now.
Yeah.
That's basically what they're doing.
The coach just gave Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade today. And
are you serious?
Wait, yeah, they gave him permission, but they're asking for a first-round pick or compensation that would be equal to a first-round pick. And these guys are not. If you're not willing to pay the guy, first of all, how do you expect these other teams to give you that value of that for him?
Exactly, it's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, I didn't hear that one, man. But this is. It's like, man, they're forgetting that, man, these running backs are putting their bodies on the line for the team. Yeah. But now what they're saying, we know, let's look at Tony Pollard, 4th rounder. Okay. Yep. Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle. These guys, even we're talking about Deuce Vaughn. Look at the value. They got 4 running backs for the price of 1. Yep. Basically, you know what I mean? So Yeah, man. I mean, but yeah, I guess that's what this is, man. And I agree with you as far as the good. I really like what I saw with Rico Dowdle. He kind of remind me a little bit of Zeke. He got that punch. He got a little hard, running in him, and he pushes for extra yards. So I did like Rico Dowdle and what he was doing. I did still like watching the competition at the running back position. I like the tight end. I was kind of, impressed with tight end, watching Schoonmaker, make some plays and other tight ends make plays. Also Cavante Turpin. I like him, Cavante
Mhm.
Turpin. But most of all, I say what I like the most, man, and and people are probably overlooking, not even paying attention to it, is how the offense is being managed by Mike McCarthy and his analytics and his
You,
and Brian Schottenheimer. These guys are moving the chain.
mhm. And
These
even
guys,
though it's, oh, go ahead. Sorry, G.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, I'm just gonna say they're moving the chain, man. And you have your starting quarterback back there. You don't make those kind of mistakes, probably wouldn't happen. And we get in the end zone. But everything is balanced, it's structured, and it's a beautiful thing that we haven't seen in a while. And I think that's the most beautiful thing I saw and I was watching is how Mike McCarthy is orchestrating this offense and he finds himself in situation over and over again and he finds a way to move the chain. That's the object of the game. Move the chain until you get at least scoring position. And if you can't score, you kick a field goal. That's 3 points.
Yep.
So that's what I think I like most about the game on Saturday is watching Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer sitting next to the quarterback because we didn't have that. Remember, no one was talking to Dak last year, and Dak really
Yep.
wasn't paying attention to Boy Wonder. But what can Boy Wonder tell him? He was his back, you know. And what was you going to say, Pete?
I just right there. You hit it on the ball, man. Like you preseason, you're not going to see a lot, but you see enough, and you
Yeah,
can see this West Coast offense coming into play with this play calling. Like you said, moving the chains. You got the play action rollouts. You got they're
yeah,
moving the quarterback out of pocket, which I think is going to fit that great.
right.
Um, so, like you said, it's just moving the chains, easy reads. Let's move. Like you said, let's just get ahead of the chains and let's get
Yeah,
first downs.
that's it.
And that's just going to help your defense even more because longer your offense stays on the field, that this helps this really good defense even more.
Yeah, yeah. And I would have to say, before it happened to Overshown. I was liking what I saw out of him. I was liking what I saw out of Damone Clark. Mozzie did some good things, but he was getting turned. But again, man, they was going up against their first team offense. But after the first quarter was only 3-0.
Yeah,
The score that was
yeah,
liking that. The defense held them to 3 points in the first quarter. So guess what Pete Carroll did? You guys going to stay out there because you're playing a
yep,
bunch of backups, but they couldn't score. So, I like that. So I'm watching where this defense is playing, these backups are playing. So, hey man, again, watching Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn do his thing. So that's just some of the things that I did like, man. So let's get into some of the bad. What else is it that just kind of just chapped your hide, just made you mad?
man. I, there's a couple things, but there's one thing that I haven't seen that's made me mad
Mm-hmm.
from the last two games that I haven't got a good look at, and that's our field goal kicker.
Yeah.
This is really starting to worry me. Is because we seen him kick two extra points last week. The week before we saw him kick one field goal and then a couple extra points. What are we what are we getting into here? We haven't seen him in live game action attempt a 40-yarder, attempt a 35-yarder, you know, last
Yeah.
3 seconds before halftime, kick a field goal. We don't. We're. This is really upsetting to me, and it really is. And like you said, we've talked about it before. Field position is a big time part of this game, and you go out there and attempt a 45-yard field goal and you miss it, the
Ooh,
field is turned.
we got a problem.
So that's my upsetting right there is I'm not seeing what our kicker can do in live game
Mhm.
action.
Yeah, and you know, and that you're so right about that, and which I am impressed that he's making the ones that he's supposed to make. He are making
Yeah.
those, you know, and I think what they decided to do, they probably decided, you know, let's not make this a competition. We're gonna go with Aubrey, and we're gonna see, you know, if he can handle this role or whatever. And I guess that's what they've been doing. But he's been making the ones that he's supposed to make. But I agree with you. I think we need to see him do a 40 yard attempt, 35 attempt, 50 yard attempt if we have to.
Mhm.
But you know, maybe we'll see it this next game. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
But my biggest concern was, man, when the game turned, it's Wanye running his mouth. Which Wanye Thomas was playing good. He was playing good. He did good. But
But
when
yeah,
he got that penalty,
you can't do that.
oh my gosh.
You
And
just
we
can't
had
do that.
just got them off the field. It was third, fourth down. And for whatever reason, dude, you're not even positioned to open your mouth. Keep your mouthpiece in your mouth and keep your mouth shut. But for whatever reason, I understand, you know, he's talking trash or whatever. But again, that was crucial because sure enough, they got the automatic first down. The kid threw the ball downfield and put him on the 1 yard line. And guess what? They scored. So that was one of mine that man, that burned me up. The other big mistake I didn't like is the O line is still kind of having some issues as far as, and I understand that this is our backups, but what if one of our players go down? I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold on Josh Ball. I'm not sold on Walesko. I'm not sold on Farniak, whatever his name is. I'm not sold on those guys yet.
Yeah.
And this is your option. We had that big guy, big 6'8", on the play tackle. I can't think of his name, but yeah, this guy here, he's big guy. He has a little work to do, but yeah, that was
Right. Right. Right.
that was one of my woes, man. Watching this O line again, we pulled, and I don't. And I guess I just don't understand. We're only letting Cooper Rush play for a half a quarter, and Will is taking over the next 2.5 quarters or 3.5 quarters or whatever. And it's like, is it because they're trying to protect Cooper Rush, or they just want to see what Will can do? Well, I mean, what do you think about that? I'm confused about that.
I think it's that reason you saw the 5 6 game sample last year when Dak was out, and Rush doesn't put the points up, but he manages the game enough for you to win the game. So I think they're just like, hey, let's protect our investment behind our investment that we have. So yeah, I can see that being part of the reason. They know Rush is going to be their number two,
Yeah,
and it's put Will out there. Or are we going to put him on the practice squad? Because I don't see them keeping 3 quarterbacks on the 53-man
no,
roster. So yeah.
yeah, it didn't. You know, it's yeah, it's gonna be something to think about. And when we talk about Will Greer, you know, then he comes back and he throws this interception,
Mm,
trying to throw the ball across his body. I mean, these are fundamental mistakes that mental mistakes that he made, and he should have never tried to throw that ball back across. He should have took off running. That's what I thought he was gonna
yeah.
do, is take off running, but he decided to roll out and throw across his body. And sure enough, that
He
gave
was
us
just
an
late.
opportunity. Said it again.
He was just late. Yeah, he threw
Yeah, it
across
was
the body
late.
and was late.
It
Yeah.
was late, and that was an opportunity for us to probably, put some points on the board. Okay, then after that, Will Greer gets sacked for down there 30 yard. Uh, so it's kind of hard to gauge the offense, with Will Greer. You know, but for what it's worth, I don't know how Mike McCarthy's looking at it, but yeah, I think Will Greer knows that he made some mistakes, and you know, but we'll have to see what happens on this week. So we know we're getting ready for the Raiders. We play the Raiders. We play them here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yes, yeah, we blame
yeah. I
him.
think we play the Raiders here. So, if you want to go by the record, yeah, we're 0-2. But if you're actually doing the evaluating, you know, let's take it for what it is. We're evaluating who's going to make this team and who's not going to make this team. So,
and you're looking at, like you said, you're looking at these offensive linemen. Who's going to be these second, third guys behind? Because, like we said, our our fifth round pick, North Carolina kid, the first game he started at the third, fourth quarter. He comes out this game and starts the game. What does that tell you? It looks like he made that jump
that's
to
right.
be able to play with the twos.
That's
So
right.
I mean, that's what you're looking for. Then we're looking at the tight ends behind Ferguson. When Hendershot played, you know, uh, uh, Schoonmaker played. We had all the, so we're looking at that. Now we're looking probably this week. Are they gonna is Malik Jefferson, Jabril Cox? Are we looking at these guys to replace Overshown? We like that. That's the next thing they're probably looking at this week on this
Oh,
game film. So yeah, so
yes.
there's
'Cause
still some evaluating to be made. So yeah,
it is because I'm still evaluating Jabril Cox and Devin Harper. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Oh my dude. I mean, Jabril, you're missing
yeah,
the gaps and you're overrunning the play. And it's like, what is going on? I mean, once the Overshown was removed from the field and they brought the other two guys in, it just went downhill. I mean,
yeah.
drastically. It did. So yeah, they we thought the game was pretty bad last week. Might be worse because they're definitely going to do evaluate. But do they not make cuts this week?
I thought they got to get down to a certain
Yeah, I think
number
they
this
make
week,
cuts.
and
Yeah,
then
they make cuts this week.
yeah, because there has been some guys being cut already from some teams already.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody was
I
saying
saw
next
a
week, but
couple
no,
guys.
it's I
Yeah,
think they're going down to what
I thought they
98
cut it
or
90, yeah, 90 something this week, and then it's like the 53
and
by
it's
what next
yeah,
Tuesday or
53
something
about
like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. So yeah.
yeah,
So it has started, man. So
yeah.
y'all, keep the waiver open because you're gonna probably see some breaking news come up, and I'll try to report whatever we got going on. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. We're getting down to the season, man. It's almost here. September 10th, our first game up there in New York, Sunday night. Can't wait. We get to
And
let
there's
the kid.
another thing, you know, Donovan Wilson, he's the guy that comes and plays in the box also. So, even though missing Overshown, you have Donovan Wilson that has that versatility to come up play in the box as well.
Facts.
So,
Facts. Yeah.
we got Malik Hooker and Curse to be able to play the safety positions. That allows you to move Donovan Wilson up. So there's versatility on this defense as well. So
And Jordan Lewis is coming back.
yeah,
Yeah, he's just got to get clear, but he's ready to get back on the field. So there's your battle at the inside between your Deron Bland and Jordan Lewis. So
yeah,
woo, man, it's getting
man.
excited, man. It's
Oh
getting
yeah,
excited. So man, I'm excited, but we really need to keep our eyes open now because there's going to be some things that's going to take place, man. And whew, yeah,
and
we'll probably
G,
know tomorrow.
something this week you'll see some things that will tell you a lot too. There's some talks that Rico Deuce might not even play this final game. If you don't see them play, that tells you looks like those guys are on this
Made the
team.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a good pointer right there. So you guys watch out. Y'all watch for who's playing this Saturday and who's not playing this Saturday. So just kind of look around. If you see Deuce over there with sunflower seeds in his mouth and he spit them in a cup, well, more likely he made the team, So that's something to look at as well. So yeah, because this is really you're gonna see your third string and your fourth string out there playing this week. So don't get upset if the game is 45-4. Okay. We're evaluating people. We evaluate.
I want to see my kicker kick some field goals. That's what I want to see this week, man.
Some field goals. But yeah, man. So that's where we are. So we got to get ready for the Las Vegas Raiders coming to the DF Dub. So I think I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for Sunday night Giants. I'm ready.
I know you're right. He can't come fast enough, right? He can't
Yeah.
come fast enough. But hey, before we get out of here, I definitely got to make sure you guys know about the QR code that's sitting up there in the corner up there. But that QR code is there for a reason. Let's see if that right there, those are our own personal Cowboy Huddle thermals, and they work. As you can tell right here, I got mine right here. And if you ask Armando has dropped his, what do you say, 55,000 times, and it still works. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he did say that. Yeah.
So yeah, you too can have your own personal Cowboy Huddle thermal. All you have to do is scan on the QR code up in the corner. Go to the email where it say Candy Corn and Arnisha. You just email her, let her know which one you want. She'll send you a price, which is a very cheap price. I mean, you can't go wrong with having one of these, and she'll get the one that you desire. So yeah, make sure you go there and get your own. We're trying to get these out in the public, so everybody want to know how you got those. Let them know how they got them. But anyway, we're not gonna hold you any longer. We got to move on because hey, got things to do and places to go and people to see. Hey, Pete, again, man, we appreciate you coming on, man, hanging out with me, man. You know, you keeping me company, man. So yeah, man, appreciate it. So y'all give it up for Pete.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, G. Appreciate it, man. Y'all make sure you check these guys out, Big Fella, Mikey, Mondo, on Wednesday night, man. They always got good stuff. So
yeah,
you know, I tune in always. So
yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, y'all check us out on Wednesday night. That's another live stream that we do on Wednesday night. I have other guys here on the panel. Like I say, allow me to buddy and Rue, Mikey, Mike, 21 Armando, 21, and Dallas Cowboy Chris. So y'all check us out on Wednesday night, and then we do a recording on Saturday morning. So yeah, we got a lot going on. It's coming at you. So I hope y'all can keep up because we got some things going on. So with that being said, we got to get on out of here. Like I always say, don't nothing come to us sleep but a dream. So let's make it happen. Cowboys. Let's go. Deuces.